Welcome you to the beaches of Miami for the final race in this 2005 NASCAR IRWIN Tools Cup Series season, as this is the Ford 400. As for the final time here in 2005, we have 38 of NASCAR's top drivers and teams lined up on the starting grid, and today the task at hand is 10 laps around this 1.5 mile speedway, and unlike many other tracks, this one's a challenge. We also have Mark Martin, Rusty Wallace, and Terry Labonte making their last starts here in the IRWIN Tools Cup Series, as like I said, this does not feature a tri-oval, as this is basically shaped similar to New Hampshire and Dover, but it's 1.5 miles, so it makes it interesting. Now let's look at your championship contenders. Jimmie Johnson, the commanding favorite. He is 30 points ahead of this man, Jeff Gordon. Very consistent season. Would love to end it with a win. And Dale Earnhardt Jr., 45 points behind. Very doable, as the 8 team has been solidly up front all season. Tony Stewart, 135 back. He's had some inconsistencies as of late, but he had a hot start. And Kevin Harvick, he has been closing in the last couple weeks, and he's open to pull off the upset, as this is Ford Championship weekend, and today a champion will be crowned. So now it's time for your Pepsi starting lineup. Just a reminder, Pepsi, the official soft drink of the NASCAR IRWIN Tools Cup Series. Greg Biffle and Matt Kendrick, Roush teammates, round out row 1. And then Jimmie Johnson in the Lowe's car looking to end it out. Kurt Busch, another Roush Ford up front. They have been really fast this weekend. Martin Truex Jr. with a solid top 5 qualifying effort. Ryan Newman hoping to finally get a win. And then we have the other teammates, Mark Martin making his quote-unquote final start. And Carl Edwards would love to get a win. Then we have Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Tony Stewart, 2 championship contenders looking for solid days. And then we have Casey Kane, Kyle Busch, 2 youngsters having solid seasons. Scott Riggs, and then Kevin Harvick, as he's hoping to pull off the upset of the ages by coming back. Elliott Sadler and Sterling Moen, they both had pretty good seasons. Rusty Wallace, he won at Bristol. This is his final race. And Ricky Rudd alongside Brian Vickers. And then there's Jeff Gordon. He starts fairly deep in the field, looking to move up the ladder. Michael Waltrip, the Daytona 500 champion this year, and Jeff Burton. Terry Labonte also making his last start, and Jeff Green as well. Dale Jarrett, you can see he wants to drive the truck, and Joe Nemechek looking to recruit. One last good race for him this season. Bill Elliott and Casey Mears, or Crashy Mears, hoping not to wreck. Bobby Labonte, tough starting spot for him, alongside Kyle Petty, Dave Blaney, and then Bobby Hamilton Jr., as he's had a disappointing season, besides last weekend at Phoenix. That was good for him. And then Ken Schrader and Kenny Wallace. And then in addition, Mike Skinner and Randy LaJoy rounded out. And here it is, Chad Little and Jeremy Mayfield, as he had a controversial season, to say the least. So now it's time for your KFC Chicken Capital USA honorary starter. The Homestead honorary starter is Trinity. And now, for the last time in 2005, let's send these drivers on a 10-lap journey for the championship. The green flag is waving in the beaches of Miami, Florida. And Martin Truex Jr. gets loose and spinning through the grass. Caution is out on the first lap of the race. The 81 car gets loose. And let's watch this again. You can see Edwards gets a great run. Truex just tries to go up, and he just gets turned. I mean, tough luck for Truex. And he was in the top 5. He had a good car in final practice, and this will not go well for him. He is going to make a pit stop. However, he goes a lap down, so he is going to hope for another caution. And now it's time to restart lap 2 out of 10. The Roush Fenway Fords have been fast. Let's see which one can do it. Green flag in the air. Kenseth trying to look on Greg Biffle, and he's going to go on the outside as Mark Martin gives Martin Truex Jr. a nudge, and he's going to fall way back. Dale Jr. 3 wide in the back of the pack. The Roush Fenway cars are slowly taking command, and Jeff Gordon with a 3-wide pass on Rusty Wallace. Greg Biffle now challenging for the lead. Lap 3 out of 10, he's going to do it, and he's going to lead Kurt Busch along with him. Kyle Busch making a move as they are flying. Jimmie Johnson in 5th, Dale Jr., Tony Stewart. There's Kevin Harvick as the field flies by. Dale Jarrett getting nudged out by Bill Elliott. Some tough racing throughout the pack. Lap 4 out of 10, Kurt Busch has had enough. He's going for the lead as Superman takes it, and now all 5 Roush Fenway cars are in the top 5 as Jimmie Johnson makes a crossover move on Dale Earnhardt Jr., and he's going to take the spot. Jimmie Johnson being aggressive early as Kyle Busch, whoa, he gets loose, and we have a wreck. Martin Truex Jr. and Elliott Sadler collide as Kyle Busch got loose off of turn 4 and creates chaos. And it was so close for some of the championship contenders to avoid. Wow, unbelievable right there that they did not cause more chaos. Let's watch this in slow-mo. Yeah, Kyle Busch, it gets loose, and you can see Truex and Sadler, and look at that evasive action by Jeff Gordon. Here's a better look. Watch this bold inside move for Gordon. Harvick also gets by on the outside, and both of them continue. So good driving by them to miss that. Elliott Sadler not going to end the way he wanted. He wanted a solid race. And Martin Truex Jr., man, absolutely horrible season for him. He just had a bunch of bad luck. It seemed like he could never catch a break, and both of them were in the garage. Meanwhile, Kyle Busch will go a lap down for making a pit stop, and he's going to hope for the free pass. And now we're going to restart. Lap 6 out of 10, Jimmie Johnson in command, but he has Dale Jr. and Tony Stewart right behind him. They are hoping for a miracle. Jeff Gordon's about mid-pack. He's slowly getting towards the front, but he's going to need a great restart if he wants to contend. And Kevin Harvick, he's about 12th. He's looking to gain some spots here on the restart, and we'll see. Carl Edwards, look at this, off the restart. He goes under Kyle Busch, and he's going for second. Jimmie Johnson, meanwhile, looks on to Mark Martin. It looks like he's going to make that pass, and they're beating and banging. Edwards takes the lead. Carl Edwards, the young rookie. He would love to get his first win, but Greg Biffle, he would love to win a race. He's had a great car all season. Lap 7 out of 10, meanwhile, Jimmie Johnson. Dale Jr., evasive 3-wide action. As you can see in the back here, more action. Jimmie Johnson up to 4th. As they fly by, Harvick with 3-wide move. He knows he's got to get to the front. Lap 8 out of 10. Tony Stewart, he's mired back. He just got passed by Ryan Newman. He needs something. And Harvick does not want to give up. He gets by Jeff Gordon, even though his championship hopes are dwindling. Dale Jr. is going to try to make that inside work, but he can't do it. He needs a miracle now with 2 laps to go. And there it is, Michael Waltrip. Are you kidding me? Oh my goodness. The caution is out, and Dale Jr. needed that caution. And what do you know? Michael Waltrip, the big one happens, and tons of contenders are taken out. Kyle Petty sits there. Oh my gosh, not again. And the red flag is out. Oh boy, this is going to set up for a good one as we're going to go into overtime. Let's look at this. Yeah, Michael Waltrip, I don't know what was he thinking. Let's watch this again. He gets loose and gets into Jeff Green, Bill Elliott, and he just spins across the racetrack. Hard hit for him. And look at that. Oh, my gosh. What a wreck. And you see Crashy Mears gets in it again. Michael Waltrip, yeah, awful season for him besides the Daytona 500. Bill Elliott, as this is probably his final race as well, so that's not good for him. Joe Nemechek, not going to recruit well for the U.S. Army in the number 01 car. Jeff Green, he didn't get a lot of lucky charms this season. And then we have Jeremy Mayfield. A lot of fans are happy about this one since he took out Mark Martin at Martinsville. Awful season for him. Kyle Petty, it's just a bad luck. That's like the definition of his career. Then we have Crashy Mirrors, just a lot of crashes in the Millennial Mark car. That's going to be his season. And then you can see Ken Schrader. He got some damage, but they're going to repair that. He should be good. And look at this. Kyle Busch gets the free pass, exactly what he needed. This is going to set up now for a restart lap. 11 out of 12. Jimmie Johnson in command in fourth. Dale Earnhardt Jr. is over 50 points behind. It's going to take a miracle for Dale Jr. to pull it off. Tony Stewart and Kevin Harvick, as that wreck probably did eliminate them from contention. But we're going to see, and Jeff Gordon, he needs just a miracle to happen. He is mired back the lowest of the contenders. Green flag in the air, let's crown a champion. Dale Jr. looks on Jimmie Johnson side by side. He gets loose at Jimmie Johnson. Oh my goodness, the championship points leader in the wall. Are you kidding me? A 2-lap crash. Here in the green-white checkered, Mark Martin involved as well, as Jimmie Johnson's championship hopes are likely done. Oh my goodness, let's watch this again. Dale Earnhardt Jr. made a bold, aggressive move, and let's see what happens. Oh, he clips it down there. He tried to sail it in and gets into the 48. Oh gosh, that's heavy back-end damage. That is probably going to kill Jimmie Johnson's championship run. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? What just happened? Jimmie Johnson, and he is not very happy with Dale Jr., as well as Chad Knaus. And Mark Martin, it looks like he just announced over the radio he's coming back after this. What a cursed season for him. So, wow, what a turn of events. And Ken Schrader gets the free pass. But now we head into the scenario now. Another green-white checker. Dale Earnhardt Jr. is now in command of the points lead. And Jeff Gordon all of a sudden is back in it with Jimmie Johnson's crash. But he needs to pass at least one car on this restart if he wants to. He needs to finish 2 spots behind Dale Jr. And you see the Roush cars are going to lead us down, possibly for the last restart of the season. Green flag, let's try to crown a champion again. Dale Jr. with an evasive move. Jeff Gordon now needs to get by Matt Kenseth. And now he gets by Ryan Newman, Dale Jr., so Jeff Gordon needs to get by 2 cars. Matt Kenseth, he looks like he's got down 1. Dale Jr. still holds a 5-point lead if it holds, but Gordon's closing. 1 lap to go in this season. Jeff Gordon has to get by Kevin Harvick. They're battling Gordon now down the inside, but Harvick's going to get the run off. Not going to get down easy. Dale Jr. is going to sail. He might not catch the Roush Fenway cars, but Jeff Gordon, he's going to sail it in, and it looks like he might have it. Coming out of turn 4, Jeff Gordon is your 2005 NASCAR IRWIN Tools Cup Series champion. He gets it done for DuPont and Chevrolet, as he did what he needed to do in passing Kevin Harvick and Matt Kenseth. And let's watch this finish as well. We missed a good one. Watch this side-by-side action. Edwards giving Kurt Busch a push. And Greg Biffle sailed it in on the outside. And then look at this again. Kurt Busch, Carl Edwards beating and banging. Watch this. They're banging all the way to the line. And Greg Biffle ended up winning this race while we were away. But the most important thing, Jeff Gordon, he knew in the clutch moment he had to get by a couple cars in order to win this championship. He knew he had to pass Kevin Harvick, as he would have won on the tiebreaker because of his win at Darlington. But Jeff Gordon got 1 spot extra, and he wins the 2005 championship. And meanwhile, Greg Biffle, solid season for Roush. They end with 3 wins. He does his burnout. Rusty Walsh and Terry Labonte salute the crowd. And Jeff Gordon, the man of the hour, wins the championship here at Homestead. The fans are on their feet. What a season. So congrats to the number 16 of the Boss Man, 78. Am I a celebrity now? And congrats to the number 24 of Tyler and Anthony Talk for winning the championship. So now let's look at your race results. Greg Biffle, Carl Edwards, and Kurt Busch, 1, 2, 3. Dale Jr. crushing 4th. Tony Stewart 5th. Jeff Gordon in 6th, your champion. And then you can see Rusty Wallace ends his career in 8th. Kevin Harvick in 9th, and Casey Kane, solid season in 10th. Second page, Matt Kenseth fell back to 12th. Tough luck for him. As well as Terry Labonte getting 15th in his final race. You can see Bobby Labonte and Dale Jarrett also with solid days. Kyle Busch in 21st, but he could be something big. And then, oh my gosh, Jimmie Johnson. Man, that's gotta suck for him. But at least his teammate Jeff Gordon avenged him, and he'll be back next year. And then here's your last page. Just a lot of rough drivers, and rounding out with Truex Jr. Wow, man, what a race that was. And now here are your final point standings. Jeff Gordon beats Dale Earnhardt Jr. by 5 points. And you can see Jimmie Johnson, man, 3rd. And then you can see Tony Stewart, Kevin Harvick in 5th. Rusty Wallace ends in 6th. Dale Jarrett, and then Greg Biffle, Kurt Busch, and Casey Kane gets a top 10 in points. Good for him. Matt Kenseth, man, I thought he was going to be a contender, but he had 2 rough races. He gets 11th in points, as well as a couple other notable drivers like Carl Edwards. Jeremy Mayfield, a notable driver in 21st, as well as Michael Waltrip in 23rd. And then back here, there's the rest of the grid. And also, let's thank the honorary starters for obviously leading us off in half these races. So, wow, what a 2005 season. Congrats to Jeff Gordon and Tyler and Anthony Talk for becoming your champion. And man, this was an exciting series to do, going back to the past, and it was a fun ride, and great races, great winners, great champions. So obviously, yeah, I just want to thank you guys for an awesome season. Thank you for the support, obviously for all you guys who signed up, and the honorary starters, and the ones obviously who tried to sign up and failed. I mean, you guys as well, and obviously, you know, the viewers for watching these videos and building up this channel. We'll certainly be back for more, and that should be a fun ride. So once again, congrats to Jeff Gordon, and for the last time in 2005, this is NASCAR Racing Fan 2015 signing out from the beaches of Homestead, Miami, Florida. And now this is the second part of the video, kind of the afterthoughts of this 2005 NASCAR IRWIN Tools Cup Series season. So basically, this throwback season is in the books, and now I'm debating whether I'm going to do a throwback season again. I mean, I love doing it, but there's a couple factors that might make me reconsider doing it again. The first thing is, obviously, I'm a junior in high school. I struggled to get this. I mean, I've been busy, obviously, doing the NASCAR View videos, putting out quality that, the What's in Stores videos, and Good, Bad, and Ugly, paint scheme collab, stuff like that. So I have other series to work on. And, you know, in addition, you know, of course, I'm a junior in high school. And, you know, of course, I'm a high school student. You know, I have a lot of homework to do. You know, I'm on cross country and track and stuff like that. I mean, I seem to do okay, but I was kind of aiming for this series to get done in February or March, and yet here I am in late May. This is the finale. So yeah, I was kind of a little bit slower in production than I expected. So I'm debating that. And then the second thing is, obviously, ratings weren't as good. I don't know why, but the 2005 season was by far the lowest rated. I don't get why. I mean, a lot of the paint scheme collab videos, the like What's in Stores, man, get that. But the paint scheme collab, I'm really surprised. Those are beating the NASCAR IRWIN Tools Cup Series videos. A lot of them haven't even hit 1,000 views. So, you know, if you guys are like casual, just watching it, so the question I want to ask you guys is, you know, what am I doing wrong? Like, why weren't you guys as engaged in this season? Now, if you enjoyed the whole season, you watched every race, then good for you. You have nothing. But, you know, if you're one of the people that watched Daytona and Homestead, I just want to ask, what I could do better, what could make the series more interesting. I know probably the animation could be a little bit better. I'm thinking the issues were I think the issue could simply be nobody wants to watch a throwback series, but yet I feel like, on any other stop motion channel, it would do well. I don't know. I just think, over the last couple months, kind of the fan base has grown besides the stop motions or something like that. That's my prediction, but if you guys, have an issue with the series, like why you aren't engaged in it or something, maybe the timing was bad or something. If there's just one issue, just comment below kind of why you weren't active in it as enough as you thought. And like I said, you watched the whole season, good for you. You have nothing to worry about. You guys are avid supporters. But I just want to make sure, if I do a throwback season again, then, more people will be engaged in the racing and I can put forth a better product, better management, and you guys basically, and also I can get a lot more views. So basically, if I do a throwback season again, it won't start until after the 2018 season. Now, it's likely going to be 2010, 2011, the COT era. 2010 season, I don't know if I'm doing that one yet. I only have 15 cars, but at the same time, I want to do a COT series, so I might. And then 2011 is kind of a cluster because I have some 2011 cars, but there's a lot of drivers I don't have the splitter thing and with the spoiler, so I don't know about that. I might have to mixture, so I'm going to debate about that. And then obviously the other thing is, like I said, when I'm busy, I'm considering I might film half the season. Maybe I might film 5 races in one off season and then 5 races another, kind of spread it out a bit. So basically, I don't have to work as hard or something like that, or I spread it out over time so the quality can be better. I don't know. I'm still thinking about it. I want to hear what you guys think. If you guys obviously want to see 2010, 2011, something like that. And then the final thing now, obviously 2005 season is over. And now guess what? That means the NASCAR IRWIN Tools Cup Series 2018 season is right around the corner. As right now, basically, here's the updates I'm going to give. As it's slated on the calendar, the season is production's going to start probably middle to late May, probably after school ends. Now, I would have considered starting it earlier, but as you guys know, the diecast season has been awfully slow. I mean, I've now just gotten Eric Almirola and William Byron's new cars in the mail. And Ryan Blaney doesn't come in until 2 weeks, and a lot of the other 2018 cars. And basically, I feel like I don't want to start, with the 2017 cars. I want to start with the majority of the cars 2018. So basically, there's that aspect. It's going to start probably May when I get, a majority of the 2018 cars in the mail. And so what I'm thinking about doing, the one issue, obviously, with starting it in the middle of May, however, is there's still a couple 2018 cars, obviously, I need to get. But obviously, of course, with it starting in the middle of May, there's one conflicting issue is I really want the Daytona 500 to be kind of a big race with a majority of the cars being 2018. And, when I start production in May, there's still a couple cars like Bubba Wallace, Ryan Newman, Kyle Larson, Trevor Bayne that come out. So what I'm thinking about doing, obviously, in middle of May, or I'm considering this, is Atlanta is going to be the first race. And Bubba Wallace is going to use Almirola's Air Force car. And then, Ryan Newman's going to run his Caterpillar scheme or something. That's what I want to do. I might make Daytona the second or third race. So, I have the majority of the cars from the Daytona 500 in the Daytona 500, and it makes it more meaningful for the 2018 season. Because you guys have got to remember, this is the biggest race of the year, and I want this. It's always the highest rated race, highest viewed. Or somehow the Dover race got more ratings than Daytona. But anyways, that's another thing I'm considering for this season is the Daytona 500 won't be the first race. So I'd like to hear your thoughts about that. And then, I'm dragging on, throwing out nonsense as always. The next thing I want to talk about, when sign-up's going to be. When will that happen? And right now, I'm considering what I'm going to do for that, when I'm going to post it. Maybe middle May, maybe early June or something, because obviously before I start posting races, I want to kind of work on the graphics, get that kind of worked out so then I can just start churning out races, be a lot easier for me to do. And that brings me obviously to the last topic. When will the 2018 season start? Like, when will races be posted? I've told you about when, obviously, I'm going to start production, but when will it start? And obviously, like I said, diecast, just the way this year's kind of flowed so far, it's going to be a later start. It's going to kind of be a lot later than usual. I'm considering the first week of July. That's when I'm considering it to start. It's going to be an 18-race season this time. There's going to be 11 races with a 7-race playoff. So it's going to be a longer season. It's just going to be the 2018 season. It's not going to be called Season 4 or anything like that. So there's that aspect as well. As you guys know, I kind of just want to stick to one season. I don't want to make it confusing like a lot of the other channels do, where there's a mixture of 2017, and there's 2018, like some of the rosters. I'm not trying to call anyone out for doing this, but, it bothers me a little bit, when Dale Jr. is racing with, William Byron's Camaro and Chase Elliott's Camaro. And then, also you have, Carl Edwards, I think, last year, he was in it or something like that. It's just kind of confusing. Personally, myself, I like to stick to it where it's the 2018 season, 2018 roster, 2018 drivers, 2018 paint schemes. I mean, if you like doing that stuff, if you like making it more unique, good for you, but that's just my personal opinion. I'm sure a lot of people disagree with me. So if you do it, don't take it out on me or something like that. This is just my opinion. But yeah, so expect it to start middle of the summer, and then I should get the races out fairly quick. And basically that's it for this part. So I hope you guys stick along for the ride. 2005 season was good. 2018 season is going to be bigger.